Hello fam, OMG. I have been missing in action for quite a time now due to the unforeseen. Your homegirl have been out. But guess what? Hey, I am here and I am excited to be back to your home. And I am really excited to be in For Jasper TV, and I am excited to be in the land of the living. So I said, Shalom, Shalom. You already know how I do it. Shalom, Shalom. So I want to give a shout out to Radio Nouvelle, and I want to give a shout out to Broward people that are listening to us in WZOP. I want to give a shout out to also WOTS, not Canvas. And I want to give a shout out to WNDO in Orlando that's listening to us. I want to give a shout out to Radio Datel. And then I want to give a shout out, of course, to For Jasper TV. I'm learning all of y'all because, I'm just not back. So I got to get back to the groove. So if I miss saying something, forgive your girl. So yes, For Jasper TV and everybody else that's listening to us too in Miami, wherever you may be. So we want to say shalom, shalom. Today I bring a guest with me, and I want to just introduce her for just a bit, and we'll get back to basically talk to you just a little bit. So her name is Tia. Say hello.
Hello everyone, Tia Dalfan in the house. Yes, I'm here. Finally.
So we're excited to have you in the house. How about you just tell the people a little about yourself, girl?
Well, Tia. I'll be wondering, what is Tia? Hey, Haiti's own. Okay, Racine.
Hey.
That's my actually artist name, Tia Dalfan. So Tia for Haiti in reverse, and Dao from our Dalmanian tribe. There's a lot we don't know. Not many of us know certain things, about our roots. So Dao from our Dalmanian tribe that you've seen probably on Black Panther.
Yes.
They've done different things, Some of us do know. And Fun from the original tribe. I researched that. I researched it, and Fun for our original tribe in where we came from in Central Africa, between Benin, the Congo, Nigeria.
So you want to pick in your tribe, girl, to make sure where you come from.
I had to represent because I had too many questions growing up.
Like who got time for that? But this girl got time to go search.
I was coming out, and for me to be able to do what I do, I have to represent well. And I was not about to leave my Racine behind. You understand? So
everybody got to know where they came from.
Yes.
Because we got a little Chinese in us, a little, we got to know where we come from.
Australia, so I had to give honor to my birth country. Okay, I'm very, very proud, and if you look at my media, posting different stuff, you will know that I'm one of those that I do not leave Haiti behind. Tia Daufan, you can call me Tia.
Represent IT.
I represent. Okay,
there you go. We like that.
And yes, there's a couple more things. So. I'm an artist. I am an entrepreneur, digital creator, motivational speaker.
Right.
I do that a lot, and I'm very comfortable in my skin. Do that. It is from whatever that I say to you is from the heart, and it's for your good, to elevate you. So I'm in that elevation mode, that high frequency, high vibration.
All right.
Most of the time. So
I like that.
And I do a lot of things. So I'm a multi-dimensional person, I would say, type of artist and individual. And so there's no limitations, really. I have my own. There's no, if you try to limit me, you in for a treat. So there's no pinpoint. You never know what I'm going to come up with. So let's just put it that way. So multi-dimensional. And like I was say, jack of many, jack of all trade of many, but master of few, because nobody's perfect, and then and I'm not either.
Okay.
So
that's
good. In a nutshell, Tia, and I'm here to share my light with you.
It's good to have you.
Thank you for having me.
All right, you guys. So let's basically, before we get into what we are here to embark on, I want to just give a huge shout out to For Jasper TV again, and especially Mr. Director Alan Daphnis. I want to give a shout out to him because he is the guy in town that does like such an incredible job with what he does, and also the team. We want to give a shout out to Donald, and we are actually like, I'm excited to be back, really, because it's been a while, quite a while. So anyway, before we get back, we want to just remind you guys for about a Short for Life. For those of you who knows that we do a Short for Life, you already know you got to cover your loved one. Only for $70 a month, cover your loved one. Because let me tell you something, when your loved one passed away, we don't know when it's gonna happen. It's just really just in a blink of an eye. And when it does happen, we don't want to have you go to GoFundMe. We don't want you to scratch your head. So that's why A Short for Life is here, for you to cover your 7 member of the family just for $70. Call us 561-313-5979 to cover your family. All right, so now we are here to basically talk to you about so many of us are going through lately. I would say whether it be for the pandemic that just passed, that left us in so many chaotic situations. And we sometimes, things happen we don't want to let go of, or it's hard for us to let go. So basically, we want to embark on the power of letting go. So Miss Tia, the power of letting go.
God, what? I can't even say. I'm surprised or not. It's like, whoa, you're reading.
Yes, the power of letting go.
Madame,
because
tu arrives sur moi, tu arrives là. Letting go, this is huge.
Yes, because it's like, it's so many of us sometimes we went through, whether it be church, relationship, family, so many of us go through things where it's so hard for us to let go. So my first question would be, what does letting go truly mean, and why is it often so difficult for people to let go?
Ooh, wow.
Let's embark on that.
Wow.
Why is it so difficult for us to let go? She got to stick a sip of water before she said, okay. So yeah.
Beautiful question, and it's very broad.
Yes.
Very, very broad. First off, what is letting go? Wow.
Letting go. Let's go by family first.
Family first.
Like
family first. Okay.
Yes,
let's hit it. Let's hit it straight.
Let's hit it family.
Okay. Most of us, we are, especially in our culture, and I'm just gonna go from that standpoint, from that approach for a little bit.
Right.
From our culture, we are raised in a way that the rest of the world is not, definitely.
Culture-wise,
and
yes.
Most of us, I would say, tell me if I'm wrong, most of us got that, that together, that whole bonding thing, that everything is like a big village, right? Your family is your village, and then you have your extended village, wherever that you live in your environment, whatnot. Family legacy is great. It is a wonderful thing to work on. In fact, that's exactly what you're supposed to be working on.
Right.
However, not every member of your family is on the mission, right? At times, you might encounter, even with your own family, so many different highs and lows, regarding trying to keep it together, whether for yourself or for your small family within your big family setting. And it might be like, not just like beyond chaotic. In fact, beyond chaotic, there's different things you might encounter, whether you're trying to raise your kids a certain way that's apart from, let's say, your brother or your sister or your cousin or whatnot, your aunties, uncles. However, they do put that one thing that they rooted in you. Family is family. Blood is blood. There's one thing we also forget. At times, someone that's a total stranger can be more of a family to you than your own family. We have different dynamics. There's so many ways you can approach this, However, rarely do you see within a family setting a whole entire, I mean, meaning your immediate family, your husband, your children, and then mom, dad, and so forth, get that that bond, that
Right.
bond that's just truly what it is,
Mhm.
and nothing can break that.
And sometimes too, you have like when it comes to family, like especially when it comes to the men,
Mhm.
when a man is married,
Mhm.
the mom it's so hard for the mom to let their
Listen.
son
Exactly.
go. They always interfering with their relationship, or with the new home, and you have so many marriages sometimes that break out because the mom doesn't know what it is to let go of their son.
Mhm.
So that son is like a mama's boy,
Yes, at
always
times
running
they
to the mom.
Yes, they don't let it. They don't want to let that child grow because they feel like that disconnect is too much for them, and they feel like if they pull away from that for a bit to let them be who they're supposed to be, especially within their marriage and within their relationship, they feel left out, or they feel like, whoa, I done lost them. He's gone. I've lost him. But it's not supposed to be like that. You still have that bond that no one between you and your son or your daughter,
Right.
whatnot. The bond still exists. Mom will always be mom.
Right.
Dad will always be dad. They'll have a special relationship with you
Right.
that is different than what they will have with their other significant, with their
Mhm.
wives, girlfriend, whatnot, husband, boyfriend, whatever. So whoever. However, it's just so difficult. Yes. And it's because they have that codependency.
Mm.
That's not a healthy thing. It's not a healthy codependency to that child.
And you have not only when it comes to marriage, it also it comes to when they have kids. Say for instance they finish high school, and the kids want to go, say for instance away for school, and you have the mom like, oh no, I can't let my daughter go, or I can't. Say for instance they have a scholarship to go, for basketball or whatnot, whatever it may be.
They don't want them to
They
go
don't
away.
want them to go away because they are so afraid, especially when it comes to our Haitian community.
I think it has to do more of a traumatic, griefs and
Experience.
phases that they've gone through in life within their own time when they were growing up. Start growing pains. Okay, so whatever trauma that they've gone, they never made peace with. They never actually clear out, because when you got all these files and all those web going on to your mind, to your mental, like mentally, if you're not set, you're not clear, you're not balanced, you're not grounded, then it will leak onto your child.
Right.
Not just during their upbringing time when you were raising that child, but it will leak onto them even in their adulthood,
Right.
and having to deal with relationships themselves. So therefore, there's work that has to be done within the parents and also that child.
Okay.
And they also have sometimes you'd be like, well, how come my mom never told me this or my dad never told me this?
Right.
You yourself, as you're growing up, sometimes you might feel lost, and there's always that time to like, well, let me go have a sit down with my parents. It's always a good thing to do if they never done that with you, because especially in our community, don't expect our elders to come talk to you and say, yeah, I have this to tell you, but don't think about that. But unfortunately, it's not. It's just
They won't do that.
with the phases of life and so many different things that was happening financially, economically, with the whole thing that happened, that whole blast that happened with Haiti. It is very, very, it is extremely difficult, but it's not impossible.
Right.
And the whole thing that we don't think that therapy is a thing.
That's what I was about to say, because our parents, they do not believe in therapy. Not only they don't believe in it, they don't even want to hear you talk about therapy, because to them it's like, it's a waste of time. And it's not only our parent. You have some of my generation, your generation, they don't believe in therapy neither.
You don't, because culturally speaking, it's almost like, oh, suck it up and move and drive on. Like you tough. You
Right.
to be tough and strong. You got to be strong and tough at everything, and that's not what life is saying. And in that same on that same topic, what life is actually telling you is, I'm gonna keep hitting you with this and that until you get it, until you get the lesson, until you go sit down with your dad, you go sit down with your mom, or you do some work with yourself, and then now go sit down with your parents and ask the questions that need to be asked, so that you can find that leverage, okay, to get back to center and heal yourself. So, legacy. I would think that that's one part of legacy that we should try to learn to leave to our children. That legacy of disconnect for a minute and let me let you grow. I have taught you enough to trust that wherever you're at, those things I taught you will help you out. You will remember those things and you will do well. You will lean on those things to help you grow.
So the next question that I have for you is that how does holding on to the past affect our emotion and our spirit to grow?
Tremendously. It's almost like as if, I'm going back to our culture again because it's so rich. It's almost like in Haiti, and let me hit it in Creole. You can't say that in no other language. Right? The more she has on, the more she's carrying, the slower she'll be able to walk. Or for example, most of us will see like en bas la ville. You've seen like we used to call them like pote, right? Pote. They're carrying stuff like on their back. They have this load of things that they put in that thing, bourrette. Okay, so
oh my God, I haven't heard that name for so long.
I had to pull this out of nowhere. Okay. They fill it up with stuff, and then they have to come in front of it and then lay that on their back, and then depending how much stuff that's on that bourrette, then that's how much that they're going to be slowed down. How far they're going to be totally slowed down from moving that bourrette forward. So the more you're carrying, the more weight. Put the bags down.
Yeah.
Put the weights down.
We have to.
And weights you can identify in so many different things. The trauma you carry from mom, from dad, from your environment.
Oh God, and we
from
carry a lot.
From your friends, and we carry a lot. From all the different, from colonization, the trauma we've been carrying. It's time to cut the cord and put it down. Okay, mom, dad. Cut the cord. When we say cut the cord, that doesn't mean you are splitting totally from your child.
Right.
But however, you're gonna allow them to grow. Pull back. That means pull back some. Allow them to make their own decisions in different things. Allow them to go through the experience so that they can grow better for themselves and be able to teach their own children.
Yeah.
Okay. The codependence is just too much. It's over-consuming, it's overwhelming, and therefore it leaks and it bleeds onto your children, and that way your children now is bleeding onto their relationship, their marriage. They're not able to stand up like a man to handle certain things, or like a lady, like a wife to handle certain things. They're not able to do that because they're stuck in the past. They're carrying that much weight, that trauma bonding. They can't have healthy relationship with their friends. They can't be part of a group. They can't work as a team. They can't conduct certain business within their businesses. They can't really drive and take care of a business.
Right.
So it's a lot that comes into being able to let all that weight go so that your feet can be lighter and be able to take care of things. Take care of you and take care of your family, take care of your business, take care of your finances, take care of every aspect in your life that makes you you and that can also elevate you.
Absolutely.
Taking you from point A to point B to where you are now and to where you ought to be in life. Because one thing for sure, if you're too comfortable bonding with that trauma of the past, you will never grow.
Oh, that's for sure.
You will never grow.
We can't allow the trauma to stop us in our track, because we're going to end back on that. But we have to go to the next, because now we sit in the family for a while. Let's touch base.
You might have to do different sit down with that one and dissect it, because we can't cover all of that. I'm telling you,
there's so much. So let's just touch a little bit in church.
Hallelujah.
Letting go of, past hurt in church. Like, why is it so difficult? Rather, if it was, with a leader that we encounter that does, that did us wrong, or maybe it was a ministry that we wanted to be a part of. For whatever reason, they didn't give us that role. They give it to somebody else, and somehow, some way, that really speak volumes till this day in our life, where we either leave church, or we blame God and says, where were you? Or we just put the blame on God because of what had happened to us in church. So why is it so much hard for us who was in church, who got hurt, to let go of the things that happened to us?
This particular one, it's everywhere. Whether it doesn't matter what demographic you're from, and it's not just in Haitian culture, in almost every culture,
of course.
Whether it's jealousy based, whether it's some other,
and
I can honestly tell you, you're gonna be surprised. It is still a personal trauma.
Yes.
It is still something that you are dealing with that you haven't cleared out. That you actually put the responsibility of whatever that's going on upon pastor. Why pastor didn't pick me?
Right,
but then
right.
sometimes you don't think about. We can't say that favoritism doesn't exist. It's there everywhere. But at the same time,
everywhere,
when you are clear and balanced and grounded, you're not going to think about certain things. You're going to think about, am I qualified for that job? Is that person better qualified for what's happening?
Yeah.
You have to go turn unto self. And one of the things I think that's also creating a problem is that we go to church, it's almost like we leave the hospital, church becomes now the hospital.
Right.
Okay? And so when you look at the pastor, everything you got going on, you just drop it. Okay, I'm going to, even though they said, bring it here. Come as you are. Leave it all at the altar.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. They're supposed to be, saying that and encouraging you and encouraging to release and let some of those things go, so that you can focus on the present. They try to bring you from the past and bring you into the present, so that you can fix your present and be able to see your future.
Yes.
They're doing some do it well, some don't. However, you yourself, you have to do some work on your own self.
On your own, yeah.
In order for you to understand, when I go to that church, am I getting the truth? Am I really getting the message? Am I educated enough on what is going on for me to make the right decision, sound decision on, is this a church that's helping me grow, or pulling me back, or keeping me stagnant?
Right.
Now, pastor, they are humans just like you.
Us. Everybody makes mistakes.
All of us, everybody makes mistakes. Then again, we're not making excuses either.
Oh no.
You also should, when you accept into a temple or a church setting or an assembly, whatever religion, whatever it could be, it doesn't matter if it's Christian, if it's Jew, if it's Allah, Muslim, it doesn't matter. You yourself should be good enough. And I know people they go to church because they got something that they need. But what they don't understand, church really is for assemble and gather together,
right.
Because we are like-minded people. We share a common belief.
Right.
It's to come and encourage each other. And I know it transforms into so many things.
Yeah.
So many different things. Business, it's a lot of different folks now. Churches are all about business to them. You'll see the difference between some of the churches you go to and some you don't. And so you have to do that internal work, self-assessment first.
Exactly.
So that when you go there, as you come, they're not making you worse than you were. And then you can make that sound decision. It's like, okay, am I going to grow here? Am I getting something? Can I, become who I'm trying to become? Can I get to my highest self here, my best self here? And
then not only that, it's mainly sometimes when people get hurt, they blame God and says, hey, because I had asked you or pray for this, and you didn't make it happen. Now God is to blame.
Is that whole belief thing?
But the thing is that sometimes people don't understand when you ask, because even though the Bible says, "Ask, it shall be given unto you," but sometimes the thing that you want, it might not be the time for you to get what you want. If God don't give it to you, it's not because that He don't want.
He might think you're not ready for what you're asking for.
You understand?
And also, one thing people don't think about, you ask. You're supposed to believe, because if you don't believe, it just simply won't come, or it'll take longer to come. You have to believe. And meaning you have to have that bond with your beliefs, with your higher. Your mental, your emotional, your physical. You know, your heart, your mind, they have to be one into what you are manifesting towards you, to come to you. However, people forget, you don't get to choose how it's going to come now.
Yeah.
You don't get to choose that.
And whatever it is happen.
You might ask, I'm asking for this blessing. I don't want pain in it. You know, you might ask that. And sometimes pain might come so hard. Right behind pain, that blessing you've been asking for years is right around the corner.
But we don't want to go through the pain.
No, we don't want the blessing. We just want the success, the blessing, but we don't want the preparation. And then we don't understand that pain might be preparing you.
Prepared. Not might, it is.
For exactly, it is preparing you.
Yes.
For exactly what you asked for.
What you asked for.
So, there's different phases of grieving, all that pain, different phases of preparation time, ways of preparation, you know. If you go back to center unto yourself and start asking yourself some questions, okay, why this happened to me? What is it that I'm supposed to be doing that I'm not doing? What is it I need to learn from this? If we look at pain and we look at everything in the spirit of that, when we think about pastor and the minister and ministry overall and the church, everything, the church, or the hospital, the doctor, and whatsoever. But we forget, we never say me.
Yes,
me.
We blame everything, everyone, but not
talking
ourselves.
about one group of people. There are also the other group of people that say, why happened to me? Me.
Yeah.
It's me, or we like, it's my fault.
Yeah.
Like that self-blame thing.
Right, or we just cast the blame on God, and, you know?
Yeah, we got the group of people that cast everything on other people, or on God, or on trauma. And even if they were already healed, those are excuses. They refuse to just like face what it is they need to face so that they can get to that point they need to get to. They can get to that healing level. They can get to that grounded, that stability that they need in their lives to grow as a well-rounded individual. They just don't want to do the work.
We have to do
the work. And then you got those that they want to do the work, but they're so, I would say, drowning, stuck somewhere into the past, stuck somewhere into, oh, I know that pastor didn't like me anyway.
Right.
Madame pastor, ça va même moi la tap troisième dans l'église là toujours bon coup de ciel pas mes petits jupes moi mettre et pas mes ceci you know, like
excuse for tout bagay.
No, we have to get rid of the excuses. We have to get back to center. It's not about a self-blame, but let's say we do a self-assessment, honest,
that's very important,
honest self-assessment, and start saying, okay, identify the problems, identify your issues, identify your internal, mental, emotional issues, so that you can start asking. And it's okay to ask for help. Seek help, not just from anyone now. Seek help, whether it starts with a friend all the way to therapy. Seek help. And again, your pastor, your minister, they're not doctors. They're not professional doctors, right? So take whatever that they can give you, they can share with you. Take it, analyze it. You will know if when you're ready to heal, you will know if it's the right thing being said to you or not. Right. Now, the other important thing that we also have to mention, you have to meditate enough and get back to center enough, get back onto yourself enough to be able to hear your higher source, God, to be able to hear that voice that's already within you,
right,
that's guiding you every day and saying, no, don't go this way, go that way, don't listen to this person, listen to that person, make that move, don't make that move. You have to be in tune with yourself and calm your spirit down enough.
So we will not have really much time to really embark in relationship, because we have relationship that we haven't talked about. We talk about just briefly in the church and then family, whatnot. But relationship, you know, with other people, you know, is a man thing. Like, you know, where we don't know what it is to walk in forgiveness when or letting go. So what role do you think forgiveness play, you know, when we embark in a daily basis with other people that we deal with?
Huge. Because it becomes, when you can't forgive, and people have to get this right, just because you forgive don't mean you forget. Don't mean you have to forget what happened.
Right.
Don't mean you have to just totally let go to the point you're like, okay, that person can come back and do whatever that they have done, or the people can do whatever. You can be placed back into that same situation. That doesn't mean that. You forgive for yourself.
Absolutely.
You make peace with whatever it is so that you can get unstuck from whatever place that situation puts you in, and now you can come back forward. You can go forward to the future, go forward to the present, so that you can fully heal yourself. Right?
So forgiveness is very important.
Very, very
cannot,
important.
Basically, we cannot do life without forgiveness.
No. Forgive whoever it is, and understand that it's not you're not giving whoever it is or whatever it is any power over you by forgiving. You are actually clearing.
It's actually reverse. When you keep whatever it is someone do to you for so long, you don't want to let go of it. That's you giving power to the person.
Them. Exactly.
But when you allow yourself to let go of whatever it is, you're like, listen, whatever it is that person did to me, he's not worth it, she's not worth it for me to keep, lingering day and night, lose my sleep, lose my peace over whatever it is so and so did to you. So when you get to yourself and say, you know what, I'm gonna take power over whatever it is, I'm gonna let it go. Not that you forget, just like you were saying, what the person do, because when we're talking about forgiveness is important. It's just like, but the mark that whatever it is that person do to you, you will remember it, or you will always, remember whatever it is. But that doesn't mean just because you remember it that you cannot walk in forgiveness, because forgiveness is for you, not for so much for the person. So it is imperative for us to walk in forgiveness so that we can give ourselves, or let go, or give ourselves the opportunity to move on for better things.
And you also have to remember that part of forgiveness, that you are forgiven. You have to think about forgiving that they didn't know any better. They probably didn't know any better.
Right.
Most of the time. And sometimes they do. It doesn't matter. You let it go. You let it go. You place it where you need to place it. Wherever you need to place it in, wherever in your mind, you place it. Don't carry it with you. Because when you carry it, it becomes that load that's going to keep pressing you down. So forgiveness is in that light that you have to forgive and let go. You can still, that person could do the worst ever thing to you. And you can still, how are you? Good morning.
Right.
That don't mean, we buddy now. That lesson, whatever that you learned from whatever that it was, that is that part of forgiveness that is imperative, that is critical, that you practice.
So yes, again, forgiveness, we're going to just stop here because our time is mainly out. But, again, just like we were telling you guys about forgiveness is very important. The Bible says that we are not fighting against flesh and blood, but against principality. Like sometimes we are thinking that we are fighting against each other, or it's your mom, or it's the relationship that you are in, or whoever it is, that friend that you have, that's where, friend with you, and all of a sudden you look for that person, the person is nowhere to be found. Listen, it's not everyone that's come to your path that's going to be there for life. Some people are in your life, just for a season.
I was about to say
and for whatever season that they are here for, once their purpose is done in your life, God will
and a lesson.
Yeah. So God will cause them to move away from you, because now whatever the purpose was there for, it's finished. And you gotta allow yourself to accept that their season is over. And you ought to be okay with it, and allow God to bring new people, new information into your life so that you can grow. Because if you don't allow yourself to move from wherever you were with that friend, you will never have the opportunity to grow and be
what's ahead for you.
Yeah, be what God called you to be. It's okay. Once someone go, listen, disconnect yourself
to reconnect.
Disconnect to reconnect, because there's so much out there that you yourself have not yet discovered. So it was really a privilege having Miss Itias.
You're trying to say H in it. There's no H. Itia or Tia? It's simple.
Itia.
Yeah, some folks do say Itia. I don't know why.
Itia. Listen, I'm always teasing her with Itia. You know, listen.
Now, I'm going to make you laugh. The entire time, you still have not realized it's Haiti in reverse, right? Aha. It's Haiti in reverse with an S. It's Itias. Haiti's own.
Okay, see, we learned
respect. On respect.
Respect.
Aracine.
Oh, yes. Jesus, listen.
I love that disconnect to reconnect.
So
Elevate.
Yes, we need to understand it's okay to let go.
Yes.
Until you make that peace with yourself, you know, you will always, you know, finding yourself running after people that let go. If they don't wanna hold on to you, why holding on to them? Listen, you have to love yourself enough. You have to be in a place where you accept who you are and be grounded in who you are, so that whoever leave you, they lost. It's not you losing anything, but it's their loss. Until you basically get into the point of knowing who you are in Christ, that you're grounded, then you will always find like, okay, it's me losing. You don't lose nothing. Because let me tell you something. If you know who you are in God and what God is about to do in your life, whoever it is that walked away, they will see what God will do, elevating you from glory to glory. Because the Bible says, I have not seen, nor ears have not heard what the mighty God is about to do in your life. So listen,
Amen.
Let go and keep God, keep moving and let God be the center of who you are. So it was a pleasure seeing you today, and it was a pleasure being in For Jasper TV again and again. I'm coming back because, like I said, due to the unforeseen, I couldn't be with you guys for a while, but I am back. So it's my first day back with Miss Tia. So you have a last word to say before we close, honey?
When I say life, whether it's people, friends, parents, brothers, sisters, cousins, it doesn't matter, family, extended family, all of it, the whole cosmos. When life goes down or when they go low, you have to open yourself to recognize what is happening, identify it, make peace with it, and then elevate. Until you disconnect to reconnect, you will not be able to elevate to your very best self. That's right. Self-love is the center of everything. Self-love is the center of you.
Right.
One of the ways you love yourself is that part of letting go. Letting go what was not meant for you. Letting go when the lesson is over. And at times it's not so much like they lose, you lose. It's not even so much about that. It's about the lesson is over. That phase is over.
It's over.
Whatever was supposed to happen, happened. Everything that was supposed to happen, happened. Whether it was meant for you or not, or it was fair or not, somehow it happened, it's done.
Right.
So now you have to gather back, identify, acknowledge, self-assessment, do your self-assessment, disconnect, reconnect, and then elevate. Therapy, it is the most important thing. We were not taught that in our culture, but it's very critical. Find yourself a good mental health or whichever, and or friend or small circle. Find the right people to talk to. Educate yourself on your mental health. Very important. Educate yourself on all different things happening, and then recenter, disconnect, to reconnect, and then elevate.
And it's okay to let go.
Let go.
Let go. Namaste. And let God.
Namaste. Get to your higher source.
Yes.
Spend time with your source.
And spend time with yourself, you know, because sometimes
as well.
we don't like spending time with ourselves sometimes, and we have to spend time with ourselves. Get to know yourself, because many of us sometimes when we get out of a relationship and we don't know what it is to stay alone before we kept going from this relationship. Get to know yourself.
Take time.
Take yourself out to dinner. It's okay. Listen, It's okay.
No, because they're using it as Band-Aid. It's
Yeah.
like you mess this one up. So what you did in this one not enough. You're gonna go to the next one. Keep doing what you're doing, and
It's
guess
not
what?
good.
The same thing that happened is gonna continue to happen over and over and over
Yeah. Till
until
learn
you
the
do the
lesson.
work
Yeah.
on yourself.
Yeah.
Spend time with yourself. Do the work. Elevate. Grow up, and so that you'll be able to receive
Receive
the right match.
Absolutely.
Who's actually set to be with you. Your copy, your carbon copy, so you can actually receive your carbon copy.
Absolutely.
Do the work, people,
Do the work.
and love yourself.
Important.
Namaste.
Love.
Love
man.
at the center. Love yourself now. You got to love yourself now, madame.
So
Est-ce que tu arrives? Est-ce que tu
Oh
comprends?
my God, yes, we gotta,
Okay.
it's most important to love ourselves and make sure in everything you do, keep God the
Yes.
center.
Keep
of
your
all you
source,
do.
keep God in the center. Get in that mirror every morning and say, ah, madame, tu es gorgeous. Ah, tu es belle.
This woman
Je
here.
suis beau. And then take your time and look at yourself and say, what a creature. And say, ah, what a beautiful situation. I love that word. What a beautiful situation.
Beautiful situation.
Be thankful, be graceful. And then say, ah, je t'aime.
To yourself,
I
right?
love you all.
I love you.
I love you all. I love you, sis. I love you all.
Listen.
Say that to yourself. I'm the self-love queen. When you guys go on my media, you already know that. You already know that. By the way, I am on IG, Facebook, TikTok. I do a lot of motivational, speaking and posting different things to empower you, to empower yourself, and to love yourself to the moon and back.
Yes.
So that's one of my big thing, about my platform. So please do follow, and I'll follow you back as I can. Now there's a certain number you get on TikTok because I'm above 10,000, and if you don't mind, I'm gonna take this moment to say thank you for everyone who followed me and follow my work and encourage me, and also got me to 10,000 on TikTok. It's official. I'm beyond 10,000, but 10,000 on TikTok. I'm actually 10,000 here too. So thank you. And
All right.
Miss Camie, lovely Camie. She's a beautiful soul. If y'all don't know her, get to know her. Follow her on TikTok, Instagram, and I think you are on Facebook as well.
Yeah.
Facebook as
All
well.
social media.
Follow her on social media. She does these different shows, and I'm sure we're gonna have more topic to talk about.
Absolutely.
And that's how excited and honored I am to be on her show. She's just a fantabulous. So
Fantabulous.
I can't come on your show and not bless you, mama. She's a fantabulous. Okay?
Oh my God, this
so
woman.
you need to come
Thank you.
bless her.
Likewise,
If you need promo and sponsorship, Mr.
We need
Give me the
sponsor.
director's name again so I can.
Dr. Alan Daphnis.
Dr. Alan Daphnis. Yes, yes. Beautiful space.
Yes.
Wonderful work. Okay, I appreciate you guys welcoming me here, and I'm already. So this is going to go on my platform so they can see. Director Alan Daphnis. Yes, they welcome sponsors. They welcome sponsors.
Yes, we do.
Give them a call. I'm sure you're going to leave some information for them to reach out. And it's going to be also on the topic we covered today. Give them a call, okay? And sponsor the work, the great work they are doing in the community.
Right.
Let's sponsor each other and support each other like all the other nations know how to do.
That's
okay?
right. All the other nations.
Let's do more of that. Again, Miss Fantabulous, lovely Camie. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. So yes, you guys, thank you so very much. I know we go over time, but thank you for listening to us again. We want to say thank you to Dr. Alan Daphne, and the number you can call if you want to sponsor. It's 954-995-3805. You guys can call so that you can sponsor our show and sponsor for Diaspora TV. We are looking for you. Dr. Alan Daphne is incredible. He's not someone that you cannot approach. He is very approachable. So please call 954-995-3805 to support. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. God bless. I'll see you next time. Peace out.
Peace out. Bye.